Hello one for a very quick Lost Ark video. So for this one, I'm gonna go over how to get the purple gear. This is works the exact same way for the yellow gear also. So the purple gear, I've had people ask, when you get the 302 for the first time, you have the blue gear, and people always wonder how you upgrade the blue to purple to yellow from T1, T2, T3, all the same, but mainly people are asking about T1. So blue gear usually you get from Shoeshire completion or doing the chaos dungeon. So purple gear comes a little different. You actually get those from one of the easiest ways of getting it is Abyssal dungeons, and then there's also Abyssal craft. So in actually probably do this way for you to see. So in the Vern Castle in the northern Vern area, which is the last island of the game, or last island, one of the last islands, but there's also that main hub area where you first learn about the chaos dungeons, the raids, the cubes, towers, abyssal dungeons, the honing device, all that kind of stuff is where you actually can get your first purple gear. So what you want to do is you want to unlock Abyssal Dungeon, which is right here. Then in Abyssal Dungeons, which we'll go over a little bit, they give you like an orb, and they also could drop purple gear, but they also give you an orb that you can also take to the craft for Abyssal Dungeon equipment, which is located right here, which is pretty close to the honing person's Honing person's about right here-ish, and it's right across from them. You just go here and talk to them. It's pretty easy to get, 2 of these and 5 of these. You can get pretty much 1 clear. I got everything on this. It might take you like 2 clears through everything, maybe a couple days. Do like 2 characters maybe, but it's real easy to get the purple gear. All your purple stuff's right here. Here's all your yellow stuff, which you need the higher tier materials. But same thing, 3 of them. It's real cheap. And here's your other set. I mean, it depends which one you want to get. One's your engraving nature. Just look at the bonuses. Like this one gives you movement speed, then more attack power. Like for me, this one would give me more attack speed and more damage to bosses. So I mean, it depends really on like which one at this point, which one you want better for your character. But that's like how to get a quick 302 set. And there's also the 1302 set in here too for the sunset, which will take more sun scales. Then you have the 1340 is like the very tier 3 content though. Where you need to get the Orin's Empyrean, which is all like end game material. This one, mainly the 302 is what people are going to want to know the most, and that's right here. Get the 302 gear, get it for all your characters. You can definitely move everything over around. And if you get purple gear, don't worry, because you can transfer your all your plus, whatever number it is, straight over to your new gear. Because all you got to do is take it to the gear honing person, click on gear transfer, click on your new purple item, and your blue item will be right here that you had originally. And all you do is click on it, it'll move to here, and it pretty much will take the plus whatever number you have and transfer it onto your new piece of gear. That's how you'll do for purple gear. Then once I get yellow, I'll do the same thing. Move all if I had a yellow piece right here, I put on here, move the +9 to the yellow, and it destroys this piece of gear. And when you get the T2 gear, the one that starts like at a higher number, you're gonna take all your +15 T1 gear because you need +15 to hit 600, and you're going to infuse that onto your T2 gear to start over at +1. Pretty much want to do a very quick video about that. Let me show you the Abyssal dungeons I'm talking about. These are, to do the Abyssal dungeons, you need to complete Shoeshire's 2 dungeons in there. Which, the 2 dungeons in here, I think it's not Burn. Probably doing it this way, I don't remember exactly where they're at. This works better. So, for Shoeshire, I think it's Maze of Mirrors and Frostpeak Temple, if I'm correct. Or it's Questline. I can't remember exactly if it's dungeon related or not. It's been a while since I've done Shoeshire. I need to do Ronin. I'm doing that. That's actually I'm going to be doing in stream today. Because we're getting stuck in maintenance again. Here we go.
Please tell us if there's a problem.
Do not pet. Probably faster would have been just to teleport over. So this is the Abyssal dungeon. These are, oh yeah, so it's the demon and the necromancer origin. They're actually the story quest lines, if I recall correctly, from Shoeshire. But pretty much, they are pretty easy to do. You do have to do them in a group of 4. If people want me to make a guide on both of these, since they are the first 2 that people are going to come across, let me know and I can make a guide of them. Real easy to do. But pretty much you only do them once a week. And you do have a weekly goal limit, which you want to at the very end of these. There's a little chest you can get by spending like 30 gold. Always say yes. It's 100% worth it every time. But pretty much you clear these out. It's like a mini raid, I would say. It's like, you know, your first section, clear it, move on to the second one, fight it. Bosses do have wipe mechanics. But it's pretty straightforward. It's a good way of getting, you know, purple jewelry, free gold. This is where the king ghost is at, which I was talking about earlier. This is where they come from. You know, you get engravings. If you do the necromancer one, this is where you actually can drop the actual 302 gear. I got one of them automatically, but this is where you can get like legendary cards from, more gold, more engravings. You can actually get honing chances. You know, it's really good to do. I would recommend doing this more King O's, but I would recommend doing this every time. Every week it comes by, you know, try doing all your characters. You probably one of these, that's why people like to get their alts to 340, just so they can do these. And like when you get to Ronin, this is where you get the Halls of the Twisted and the Hilbert. That's where both of these come from. And if you do Hilbert, that's where, like, you know, you can get a free set of purple gear. But also that's where, you know, your Elemental Furies come from. You know, that's where pretty much you can see, like, you know, trying to go up these as much as possible. It drops both sets in here too. But, like, you know, when you get to the point where you get to 840, you know, here's your 802 gear that starts right away with your crystals. You know, 960, your next set of crystals. But this where it has a lot more too. You know, this is where your 802 gear is. Your end game, which is there's those little sunset scales we talked about earlier. You know, your better classic ravings. More scales. Like, this is what you want to keep doing, is pushing these like every week. Are they going to be easy? No. Do you know the mechanics? It's extremely easy. If you have a group of 4, you can blast through this really quickly. I think I finished this one in a couple minutes, and this one took a long time because people didn't know what they were doing. No one brought flasks also. But if you want guides on those, I can make guides real quick. But just want a quick update on how to get the purple gear, because I know it's a big question that people ask all the time. You know, how do I get the purple gear, yellow gear, all that. So just want to make a quick video about it. Just remember, pretty much go to your Chaos dungeons, complete those, get the King's Orbs, take them to your craft Abyssal equipment, right across from the honing, and just craft the gear that you need. You probably want to start with the at least the armors before the weapons, because they're a lot cheaper. And once you get the 2, you get a free stat bonus. And after that, just until you finish them all. But I recommend just getting 2 first right away, which I believe you get like 5 King's things per run or less. I can't remember, but you get a good amount of them per run. But just one quick video about that. But anyone has any questions, put in the description below. Try to help you out as much as I can, and hope to see everyone on the next one.